Hi, this is Danny Doyle, and it's time for the shitty desert map. But first, we have to guess who the MVP was.
It was obviously Tormod.
Maybe? It was Largo!
Oh, Largo.
It was Largo! It was Largo!
Hey, 10k gold get!
Yeah, for those who don't know, stealthily, Soniki pays you for every mission you do while you're working for her. The story never, you don't get a pop-up that says you got X gold, but you do get told during Soren stuff.
Oh, we have to get the servant convo, or we have to get the... which convo is it where Ike's like, so why do mages get more move in the desert?
I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Oh, I think it's the Sigyun convo, maybe.
If you're studying the ruins, stay safe. No,
you're
right, it's Sigrun.
Sigrun, that's her name.
You could dig and find only more. Soren has fallen. Well, Soren's not with us anymore. Can you tell me more? Soil, grass, trees, groves, chowder, clam chowder. Thieves are agile, but what about the magical arts? That doesn't make sense. He claimed the spirits employed flew below and cleared the sand from his path. However, considering the... Who is this in reference to, do you think? Bastion?
I have no clue.
This gotta be Bastion, right?
Maybe?
That sounds like... Considering the source,
like
I don't believe him. Right? That's gotta be Bastion. That's Bastion Pill. And Bastion is a diplomat, so he would have reason to have been in another country talking to a high-ranking official. Bastion. I'm pretty sure that's Bastion.
I always chalked it up to just mages pack light, so they don't get weighed down by... they don't have to carry all their heavy stuff through the sand.
Yeah, because, armors get even more penalized, right? Because they have heavy stuff. And so, I think it's, regular infantry have regular armors and mages have robes.
So that's why I always chalked it up to... And, thieves can, slip slide through the desert pretty easily.
Yeah.
Look at all this money! I always forget how much money you get in this game. I wish we had gotten the double bow. We could have one right now. Oh, we're making the Rolf's... Oh, we didn't get the Rolf's bow!
Wait, oops.
What are we spelling?
The Rolf Caliber.
Caliber! Oh, that's good!
The
Rolf Caliber!
Where is he?
Hold up, that's a good name!
I gotta put it in the convoy because Rolf's hands are full right now.
Oh, we gotta make sure to use the Lagoose bow versus the Bird Lagoose. We do effective damage.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. It's a really good idea, actually. I'm gonna do preps real quick. We'll be right back. There is one thing that I forgot to do.
Very important thing to do. Danny, think of all the levels she's missing out on.
I know, but think about it this way. Ileana is turning into Khalil. I'm actually curious if she'll have Khalil's Sage Sprite or if she'll be Ileana. Because, some of the reverse recruitment stuff has been a little bit jank. Oh, she's become Khalil. She dyed her hair blonde.
She became... Khalil. Woo! Promotion! Better than GBA promotion, at least. Still not cool promo games, but you know what? We'll take it.
So now we find out if staff Khalil animation breaks the game.
This game doesn't have doesn't have staff animations.
Well, it has them on the map, though.
Oh, that's true. It has the map animations.
So...
The game
You're
just
telling me that there's a chance.
Because Khalil raised her hand slightly and the game explodes.
I mean, it happened with Naysala. There's a reason that I have a flyer who's not deployed in the desert map. Jacob was like, what about Naysala? And I was like, I'm scared Naysala's gonna crash the fucking game.
Yo, guard scroll!
So helpful. So you go there. We'll here.
We get to see who Marum is.
Oh yeah.
Yo! Tibarn!
This is actually so hype.
We get Tibarn. I love Tibarn so much.
Wait, this means Marum's gonna be stuck in between trees in Oliver's Forest.
Oh right.
Green Tabarn is gonna become Green Morum, and he'll get the Tormod treatment.
That's hilarious. And then we get to see what happens to Ulki and Janov too.
Oh god, I know that editing Ulki and Janov can also, like, unstabilize the game sometimes. Because,
really?
yeah, because, so in Zetetics Oops All Rolf's playthrough... Oh, nice! We got the coin!
Hey, we got the coin drop!
From our low luck unit.
On.
I know luck doesn't actually affect hidden items in this game, but it is kind of funny.
Thematically.
We are gonna have to send Gifka over there to get missed. It would have been so much nicer if I, like, trusted Nisala not to crash the fucking game.
Oh, because we can't pick him up because he's too large, right?
Yeah, so he's gotta slowly walk his way over there, but I think it'll be fine.
A weird case where I wish we could turn his Laguz off for a sec.
I'm pretty sure even when he's not transformed, like, this man is beefy.
He has a lot.
Yeah, we do not have the aid for that shit.
Go get him, Tormod. God, Tormod without celerity is just missing his legs. Boy can't walk.
If only Tormod could fight more. It's actually kind of cruel of me to have deployed him here.
That would be.
It's kind of cruel that I deployed him here.
I know Mist has a boss combo with Marum.
Mist is Stefan, right? So I can do that, I guess.
Yeah, you could do that one. The combo will not be fitting for with what Stefan's gonna do.
Why? What does Mist say?
Marum says, like, hey kid, like, in the nicest way possible, you probably shouldn't be here. Your hands are shaking holding your weapon.
It's a reference to his luck stat.
True.
You probably shouldn't be here. You're gonna get low percent crit.
Because everything has crit on Stefan.
It's so funny. It's actually so funny. I kind of love it for a unit. Like, I kind of love it for a unit, but also I kind of hate it.
It's funny in retrospect and looking back, going, ha, look at all those times Stefan exploded. But in practice, you're like, huh. Himself. But then in practice, you go, wow, I have to reset now because this unit got exploded.
Faced. This poop face.
Laguzbo! Hey!
If only Kieran were here to take advantage of this.
We could set up a kill for Vol. Whoa! Whoa, Vol! What'd they do to you? You see it? What'd they do to you?
There we go.
Nice.
Good job, Torgod. Proud of you.
Whoosh. No, we don't get the leave all the Laguz alive Bex thing. No.
I mean, so that reward is pretty notorious for just not being worth it, because you generally gain less BXP. Yo, he's critting.
Nice critical.
Good job, Rolf. I knew you were a good job to train.
Oh, strength.
Yo, strength and
He's growing.
Skill and defense. Our celerity archer continues to shine.
Look at him
he's
go.
Transforming this turn. So we go here. You kill this burb. But yeah, so obviously, like, if you kill them all untransformed, because untransformed Laguz give less experience than transformed Laguz. At least I know that's the case in Radiant Dawn. I don't know about here. Actually, I'm guessing no.
I still think you get quite a bit even if you're untransformed.
It looks like Laguz always count as promoted here.
Which is awesome, because that's a lot of EXP.
Hell yeah. Alright, you don't transform this turn. Okay.
I have a friend who in his most recent playthrough did the leave all the Laguz alive. And I guess to be fair, you do get a lot of bonus experience out of it. I just don't think I would find it worth my time to like find a clear that does it. Celerity Archer.
Alright, time to crash the game. Nope. Okay, we did it.
There
we did
go.
it, gamers. We did it, gamers.
My guess is Khalil and Ileana use super similar animations for the map, so it's pulling off of Ileana's stuff to do the staff animation.
Okay, you don't transform this turn. You're already transformed. So what if we just, like... I don't
Known
trust Soph to, like,
throughout-
not die.
Oh, that's totally fair. I don't trust Soth to not die against untransformed Lagoos.
Like, I know that this Soth is obviously better, but, like, he is still Soth.
Yeah. I'm, like, the person who doesn't really like Radiant Dawn for the most part, but having to spend, like, your turn transforming before you attack or whatever,
Shit.
that's nice for stuff like this. If he gets crit and dies. Yeah, so I do appreciate Radiant Dawn for changing it where you have to move and then transform, not the other way around.
Yo!
Hey! Lucky! Now everything only has 4% crit on it.
That's a little bit generous. It's like 10%. There were a couple of enemies, like that fire mage that killed him last map had 1% on him.
Yeah.
Because I checked afterwards,
mattered.
like the... so basically what I'm saying is that, like, he wouldn't have gotten crit by that guy now.
A point of luck can make all the difference. Can't wait to have Physic on this unit. With her magic being so big, she's gonna have so much range on Physic.
Forget Physic, I can't wait to have Rescue on this unit.
Oh, Rescue's gonna go crazy.
Okay, so it looks like there's a Physic up here.
Woo!
You just, like, all go over here.
I'm so excited to see what Mist has in store for us.
I know. I am brimming with anticipation.
I'm hoping, at this point, I'm hoping it's something off the walls and incredibly funny.
I'm hoping it's something incredibly stupid. Like, the stupider the better.
Because if this was normal, it would just be, like, Mist with Miracle and the Vacati in her starting inventory, but I hope it's something really weird.
Alright, let's grab the boots. Well, if we can get it. We can't. Okay.
Oh no.
We'll have chances. We'll have chances for that.
Oh, look out.
I am just gonna basically route this map. Like, it's the bad ending, but it's just less obnoxious. Like,
yeah.
From a gameplay perspective, these are not real people. They do not really suffer.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad person for killing them. Nah. Especially, like, this late into... Largo, you're stealing experience.
Critical. Okay, but he spun.
He did spin. He did spin.
Angrily approaches your unit.
Alright, is this the... No, you'll transform next turn.
Run away, Soth. He's gonna get you.
Oh, it's still effective.
Huh.
I thought they had to be transformed for it.
Lagoo's bow. Woo. I think, don't the tomes have to be effective only if they're transformed?
Yeah, because they're not... like, he's considered bird, but not Lagoos yet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's just Lagoos, but he's Lagoos and Beasts.
So I guess the... Oh, because the tomes are specifically effective against Beast, Flying, and Dragon, not
Yeah,
Lagoos.
they're under, like, specific families of Lagoos, basically. I guess we'll send Volk up here.
I guess that's a way to keep the Lagoos, or the tomes from being effective against all Lagoos, because if it had the Lagoos tag on it, it would just be effective against all of them.
Yeah. It is a little bit, it is a little bit weird that, like... I don't know, it comes off as a little weird to me, but also I don't care. Like, I kind of just don't care.
It comes off as weird. I guess I kind of see it as like a workaround almost for making it work how they wanted it to. Like,
Yeah.
maybe they just could not make it or program it how they wanted it to work. And this was kind of the best band-aid they could put on it.
Nobody needs healing. I guess technically Largo does.
Easy. Have Alencia player
Oh, I
phase into
just
an
realized
enemy.
Khalil and Largo. Like, we have the married couple.
All right.
How has it been this long into the playthrough? I guarantee you someone's commented about it at this point.
They've been so vital to this run so far.
They've both been, like... Well, I wouldn't say vital, but, like, they've been kind of the faces of this run being funny and stupid.
Oh, look out. They're transforming.
Rawr!
Rawr. We gotta go get the statue frag.
He's guarding the statue frag with his life.
Hey, we give the statue frag to Largo so we can trigger Colossus against more enemies.
Yes, actually, let's do
You
it.
need to have more weight than your opponent to trigger Colossus. Or is it weight or con? I feel like I really have to check that, actually.
Oh god, I don't know.
Because for some reason, that's two different stats in this game.
Yeah, and it makes rescuing and shoving really weird. It's the same in Radiant Dawn, and I hate it.
I really don't... Because Constitution doesn't do anything outside of determine your weight.
You know how you made a joke about how we have to use the Lagoose bow to deal effective damage?
Wait, do we?
He's not a flyer until he transforms.
Alright!
He's not considered a flyer until he transforms. Despite the fact that he is flying!
But he is not considered a flyer.
I guess it's to keep things fair because wind is effective against flyers, not bird Lagoose.
Yeah. Interesting to say the least.
That is a little bit silly. That's what I would call a silly Billy moment.
I don't know how to spell Colossus.
2x effectiveness is so bad.
It really is.
Still have the torch staff in her inventory too. Largo, how do you do here?
I have some good news. The statue frag will let him do Colossus against more enemies.
Let's fucking do it then.
Because it buffs Constitution by 2, and you need to have more con than the enemy's con. What a weird requirement for a skill that doesn't do anything.
Yo, Adept!
Go, Adept!
Look at her go!
Whoosh!
You are dead now. I guess we could give her Vantage. We could do, like, the Soren Copium build. The Vantage Adept one. That I feel like every Soren fan loves to tout the benefits of. Okay, watch this super big brain move. I'm going to attack this guy with Alencia, forcing him to transform so he takes effective damage from Tormod.
Ooh, good idea. If only this was Radiant Dawn, so the enemy could kick back against her and you could be it could be staff EXP.
Yeah, now Khalil will never gain staff rank. Jeez Louise, Tormod, why do you suck so much booty?
He's level 6! We have unleveled the growth unit. Hey, free vulnerary!
He is only level 6. What level does he join at? Does he join at, like, level 10?
He joins at 10. I remember this specifically because we couldn't backspin to promo in 0% because we Master Sealed Kieran instead.
Yeah, that was a misplay.
God, I remember that.
I actually did the math, and, like, it was legitimately we would have been able to.
And he's not doing himself any favors leveling up.
Yeah, it's not like looking good for him. I was mostly only training him so that we could get a staffer. And,
but I think Khalil is filling that
we are about to get another staffer.
And I am so excited.
I know, she's joining in the desert with a horse. It's so funny.
Hey, Cecilia all over again. Woo!
She is! She's a Valkyrie in the desert map! She's a Cecilia archetype!
Let's go! Someone contact the fandom wiki.org people.
So I had a very funny idea for how to, like, a hilarious way to sabotage the fandom wiki.
Oh?
That I really want to do now. This is, if you're a subscriber, this is a call to action. If you're down for sabotaging a bad wiki, this is my call to action.
Make it worse.
On the archetypes page, go under the Aaron and Samson archetype and put every pair of related units from Fates. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Oh, you mean like...
Volk is dead. Volk is so dead.
Oh, that's actually
And he has the
tragic.
boots in his inventory.
The boots and the...
I didn't see... Oh,
Stealthy.
the guy was hiding behind the fucking ruins!
Bro rolled a 24 on stealth.
There's no way a level 1 Volk survives a cat.
Nah.
Like, he's getting doubled. He's definitely getting doubled.
0% chance.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, you put Xander and Ryoma in the Aaron versus Samson category. You put, like, Xander and Ryoma, Hana and whoever... God damn it!
Put into Wrath range.
I'm kind of livid about that.
Wow.
We'll be back. We'll be back. So this time I've elected to bring Kieran, because I figured if we're going to, like, just take it very slow in order to train people, we might as well also bring him for the same reason. Hey, we got the coin!
Yo, lucky coin drop. Move out, but at a leisurely pace.
We are moving out at a leisurely pace. Except for Jill. Jill's going sicko mode over here. I think we have Jill and Tanith, like, go up here and just prepare to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Haven't even, like, optimized their inventory. I forgot to give Neffany anything, so, like, if she dies, sucks to suck.
That's so sad.
She's here for shove reasons. I also, like, don't know if that guy's a cat or a tiger. If it's a cat, Kieran does get doubled and die. So we'll find out together. We'll find out together.
Let's see if Kieran rocks that Meg-style bulk of survives 2 hits from a cat and 1 hit from a tiger, or 1 hit from a tiger.
That is Demeg style, after all. It's like Decashia style, but so much cooler.
I know very little about Meg strats, and that's the only one I know.
That's because that's the only one that's an actual strat. Everything else is a meme. It is a, like, Meg's bulk on her join map is functionally equivalent to Aaron's bulk on that map, which isn't good. Also, Kieran's dead. Like, he dies here. He's definitely doubled and definitely takes, yeah.
It's just barely.
Well, that's unfortunate. I think we have a bunch of stat boosters we can give him.
True.
Let's go.
We'll just bulk him up with stat boosters now.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Okay, so Jacob had the brilliant idea. He just needs the Lagoose Guard.
Woo! I love Lagoose Guard.
That's a classic Lagoose Guard W, as well as a classic Jacob W.
My favorite part about the Lagoose Guard is that it doesn't appear in the combat forecast.
Yeah, it's very funny like that. It's just a cute little reference to the fact that this game is poorly optimized.
So I always have Jill in her joining map go to attack a bird, and I see she's gonna get, like, almost 2-hit KO, and then I remember, oh wait, that gets halved after the fact.
Yeah, it's Akko Taco.
It's kind of funny.
I did not choose to take this opportunity to give Neffany weapons, by the way.
Oops.
No, this time it was on purpose. It's about sending a message.
Hey, this time now we don't have to worry about her getting weighed down and getting doubled. Even though
that's actually very true and very good and real. Rawr. Rawr.
Rawr.
Rawr. So with the Lagoose Guard, he should be fine. We are going to have to optimize wearing Lagoose Guard versus wearing the Night Ward, because I want that speed growth. He needs every little bit he can.
The extra little bit of speed's going to be pretty good.
Bonk.
Look at that!
Bonk.
Lagoose Guard is too good.
But look at all that experience. Who needs the desert map bonus experience when you have killing all of the Lagoos?
But unironically, like, I think that's just the better way to tackle the map versus trying to do the whole...
Especially on higher difficulties where you get less bets.
I actually had the page up because it's like 60... Where is it again? It's 40 per Lagoos left alive and an extra 300 if they all live.
I just got 40 from chipping that Laguz.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. And if you're playing something like hard, you're going to have enough Bex to do everything you want anyways. You're not so starved for bonus experience that you need the extra 300 from leaving them all alive. Oh god, it's only 150 extra Bexman Maniac. That is not worth it at all.
It's very tragic.
It's 20 per Laguz and 150 for leaving them all alive.
Or we could use the Laguz bow.
Laguz bow comes out on top again.
The fire tome. Whoosh.
Whoosh.
And we're getting, like, look at that! We just got more experience than that unit is worth.
Yeah.
Split over those two. And that's before we even get this kill. Oh. Well, that's a little bit awkward, because Kieran was supposed to get a kill here. We can do this. You go here.
I do like the desert music for the most part.
Go here. Look at that. Strategy. Now that's what I call strategy.
Now that's strategy.
Then we'll go over here.
Run away, small child. The bird is gonna get you.
You don't transform, you don't transform, you don't transform.
You sure don't get jump scared by a tiger behind the pillar again.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone here. God, that was so awful. I will be able to laugh about it in retrospect, but at the moment I'm just like, God, really?
Look, the game's doing its best to show off how cool it is for being on the GameCube. Look at these cool 3D models that are on the map. They are
cool. I just wish that there was, like, any...
some kind of, like, behind-the-wall indicator.
Yeah.
Like a silhouette that you could see through the terrain that says, hey, there's still a dude here, by the way.
I'm sure you could see, like, a tiny bit of red, like, on the rewind. I'm sure you could see, like, a little bit of red. Yeah. He's, like, peeking out behind. Because they do have the circles, right? But, like, it's so hard to tell. Maybe if the circles...
Really
maybe if you could see the circles through. Because, like, see, you can see a little blue circle there.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's because we're looking for it.
Yeah.
If you're not looking for it, that's really hard to see.
Yeah. We are gonna... I guess we'll also use this as an opportunity to train Jill. Because,
yeah, we're gonna get her up to promotion.
Yeah, with trying to save all my BXP for Makalov, which, like, I probably don't need to save all of it, but I think it'll be very funny to just have, like, a level 15 Paladin Makalov out of nowhere.
Suddenly.
It will also help towards my propaganda that bonus experience is the worst mechanic ever. To just be like, look at what I can do with bonus experience. Although some people will see that and be like, that actually makes it the best. And you know what? That's fine for them.
Yeah.
We don't have to have the same opinions on things.
I like it for the most part. I wish it was restricted in some way in how much you could use on a unit per chapter.
I feel like, because we've had this conversation, like, off camera before, and you proposed a couple of different restrictions. I feel like every restriction that I've heard has some issue with it, like, or either it's, like, way too complicated to be feasible, or has some issue with, like, yeah, but it's highly abusable, right? Because they tried. With Radiant Dawn, they tried by limiting the number of stats that you get, and that just made it highly abusable.
Yeah, it just made it abusable a different way.
And, like, look, I'm not saying that 2 attempts is the most that you can have for a mechanic. I'm perfectly willing to accept that there's a possible, or I don't think there's a possible way to fix it, but, like, if somebody made a bonus experience system that simultaneously wasn't excessively complicated and also didn't have the many issues that I have with BXB systems, I'd be all for that.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's possible. Like, I just don't think that's a thing that'll happen.
It'd be very difficult to make it work properly.
Because, like, you could limit it to, like, oh, you can only use it to catch people up, But I do legitimately think catching people up limits, like using BXP to catch people up limits unit design. You can't have, like, Astrid is a better unit, but a much less interesting one as a result of the existence of bonus experience.
Because you just specs her up and now she's ready to go.
Yeah, she's like not a training project anymore. You can treat her like one. Like, we're treating Kieran like a training project, but I think Kieran would be a lot less fun if I could just be like, okay, instead of actually doing the funny, like, training project moments.
If we just bex him up to a level 21-5 paladin.
Yeah, and then he's just, like, a strong paladin. Because, like, I don't think all units need to be good. Kieran! Never mind, bonus experience was a good mechanic. Never mind, it would make me not have to deal with that.
Oh my god.
This is actually so tragic.
Yes, I will never forgive you for removing the GBA multi reroll thing for level ups. That's so upsetting.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Something I've been enjoying about Maniac is how much less bonus experience you get. Because as much as I like bonus experience, yeah, you get way too much of it and it's way too abusable.
Yeah, I think, like, so Radiant Dawn does that as well. Partially because, like, Radiant Dawn hard mode is... A lot of people say it's a mistranslation of Maniac. That's an oversimplification. But it is... Radiant Dawn hard mode is closer to Maniac mode than it is to American hard mode.
Yeah.
And so as a result of that, you get less BXP. But I also think that, like, then you still run into the problem of, well, you can use BXP to rig. Like, obviously, Radiant Dawn's 3-stat system exacerbates that issue. Okay, she's getting speed at least. Like, at least she's getting speed.
Definitely.
But yeah, I know, obviously, like, Radiant Dawn's 3-stat system exacerbates that issue, but that isn't the whole of the issue. You could very easily just, like... And yeah, you can rig in other contexts, but it's so easy to rig with
It's so easy to rig bonus experience.
Like, one of my go-to strategies that I love to talk about and show off is you can rig Volk a single strength and speed level up to steal a Lagoose Slayer in Chapter 11. And, like...
And it's so free to do.
It is. And I don't think, you know, like, obviously... I don't think there's anything wrong with taking advantage of exploits. But I do think that you should not... Like, I think if a mechanic inherently is exploitable, it's a bad thing. From a design perspective.
Because I remember
like, I don't like it.
Whenever I did FE4 ranked, there were 1 or 2 times where someone beat an arena round, got like an HP luck level, and I was like, okay, I kind of need this unit to do something a little better, and I would reset and like re-roll a level up or whatever, but...
Well, and, I know that, like, it's a strategy people will often suggest for FE12, to rig speed level ups on Luke in the prologue, or rig, like, specific stats on Chris, depending on what build your Chris is. And obviously it's not necessary, but, like, at least there you have to do the like, it's a much more in-depth exploit. Because I don't think it's possible to, like, completely remove the ability to exploit and rig levels, right?
Yeah, there's always going to be a way to do it in some instance.
But in the case of, like, I need a specific stat on this FE12 unit, right? You need to try to go out of your way to, you gotta try to go out of your way to, have them end the map at, like, 80 or 90 experience so they can level up on turn 1. Or, same deal with,
Because even with...
Oh, he's setting up a kill for Kieran. Look at this shit.
I know the Fates Lunatic difficulties, they do that thing where it locks in the RNs you would roll for each stat.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
Oh, I do too. I really like that. I kind of wish more games did that. But I think you can also... Doesn't it lock the stat? Nice level. Doesn't it lock the stats in on recruitment, not when you start up your file? I'm very
It does
certain
it
that's
on
how it
recruitment. I believe it's not like the stats so much as the numbers that'll be rolled.
Yeah,
because your growths vary depending on your class in that game.
Yeah, it sets your RNs for what you would roll per level up. So I've heard that if you really wanted to rig in Lunatic, you could like rig someone's first level up or something by just re-recruiting them over and over. Magic!
I mean, I'm sure you
Dex.
could, but like, holy shit, that's a whole level of dedication.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Zero
You got a
Canto moment.
But I do really like the Lunatic just setting your RNs for what levels you're going to get.
Nice job, Jill. So before we got perception checked by that cat, I was talking about my scumbag call to action.
Oh, right, the wiki.
I mean, normally call to action means like, comment, subscribe, but like, for once, I don't give a shit. You can unsubscribe, dislike, no comments. What I'm asking from you instead is I need you to go to the wiki and enter all of the various, like, sort of paired units in Birthright and Conquest. And by paired units, I mean, like, Xander Ryoma, but then also, so Xander's two retainers are Laszlo and Perry, right?
Yeah.
So say that for an Aaron and Samson archetype, you have Laszlo versus
Saizo.
yeah, versus Saizo. Because you have to choose between them, and then
I love that.
And then put Scarlet versus Azama. Because Azama, is it Azama who's the no Fuga. Put Scarlet versus Fuga because Fuga is a Rev exclusive unit. And Scarlet dies in Rev.
That's perfect.
I want the Aaron versus Samson section to just be flooded with
incorrect
entire Fates cast. It's not even incorrect. It's technically correct, and that's the best kind of correct.
That sounds like something the wiki would do, though.
I know.
That sounds like something they would have already done.
That's why it's so good.
That wiki is so awful. Like, I know all the wikis have their own little mistakes here and there, but that one in particular...
Yeah, I always say there's no good wiki, just different flavors of bad wiki, but, like, that is the toilet water flavor of bad wiki. Like, in that analogy, that's the worst one. I think all of the wikis, like... Sometimes I'm like, oh, I found your purpose to the wiki. The big one, so the fandom wiki has even, like, removed its only good feature, though, right? So, like, get this, right? I used to use the fandom wiki for images for thumbnails. They
always had, like, the highest res images for some reason.
They've recently edited their images. And now all of the Tellius images have ugly-ass second shadows.
Oh, I think I've seen some of those, and yeah, they're disgusting.
I hate them.
Like, I just want to download an image of the character. I still use it to download, like, cipher art and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing that Wiki cares about is having really high-quality art.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I've used it sometimes for, like, character stuff. I had to do... So I have an ongoing series where I come up with personal skills for every member of the cast in every game in the series. And I had to do the substitutes in FE4, and I was like, what the fuck are the substitutes' personalities? And so I went to the fandom wiki, because I was like, you know who probably has, like, 5 paragraphs written about Serinde? The fandom wiki.
You're not wrong. If any wiki's going to have a bunch of stuff like that, it's going to be the fandom wiki. And supports. The fandom wiki usually has... like every support spelled out and written out.
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I've gone there for it. I've gone there for them before, and in any of the modern games, it'll have like only half of the supports written. It'll only have half of the supports written out, and in addition to that, it'll frequently just like list characters who just don't have supports with each other.
Interesting.
So now where I go if I want to like see a support that I didn't get and I don't want to play through the game again, fellow YouTuber Collector Tagami, does basically just like cutscene compilations of various game series. And one of them is every time a new Fire Emblem game comes out, he'll just have a video for each character showing all of their support conversations.
Well, that's tight.
And so that's a great place to go. Obviously, for me, doing, like, character analysis videos, it's great to be able to see all of them and get, like, oh, this is a detail about this character I didn't know. I used it a lot for the Mercedes one. But I would also say, just for fans who want to be able to view the cutscenes, that's a great place for them.
Well, that's definitely correct. That's very useful.
I'll probably drop a link in the description if I remember. If not, if I haven't linked in the description, please comment to tell me so I can add it.
Give link,
I really
please.
do think that's I really do think that's a good resource. Either for like learning about these characters or just like, hey, you know, sometimes some people enjoy watching the supports and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I realized? Kieran got a blank level up when he didn't have the Night Ward equipped.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna get a comment about that.
Could have been a speed level.
It could have. It could have. It couldn't have been anything else, but it could have been a speed level.
What's his speed growth without Night Ward? There's nothing else going on right now, anyways. Just walking in the sand.
Yeah.
It would have gone from a 40 to a 60% speed growth.
And that is a not insignificant increase. It goes from sub 50 to above 50.
Yeah.
What's our
You know what else?
Is that a share now?
You know what else gets a 20% bonus if you do it?
What?
A double B Earth support, baby!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna morb.
You're welcome.
You're lucky this music is so catchy, so I got distracted from murdering you.
Woo! Hey, I like the part 2 or the second half game player face music a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, like, definitely somewhat fueled by nostalgia, but Fire Emblem 9 music goes hard. I like all of the Tellius music, actually. Like, I'll frequently, when I'm looking for, what Fire Emblem music should I use as background noise in this video essay, I'll just be like, oh, Tellius.
Interesting, because FE9 is like the one game where I don't think I care for any of the map themes. And I just don't really care for a lot of the like combat and boss musics either. I do like, there are 2 tracks. I do like the very first map theme that plays in some of the really early maps. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the victory music that never plays.
Doesn't it, like, only play in Chapter 1 or something?
I think it's supposed to only play when a map is completely routed, which is why it only plays in Chapter 1, because that's probably the only map in the game you're routing, but you still have to seize.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, the route maps, it's not going to play because you just routed.
And for the kill boss maps, you have to kill the boss, which means the map isn't routed.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only, 3 seize maps in the whole game?
So there's,
I guess you could hear
some
on
escape maps, though.
Yeah, I guess you could hear on, the arrive and escape maps, but...
I mean, not Chapter 11, obviously.
Yeah.
There's an enemy you can't kill on that map.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I've been
almost
using
missed.
the...
I'm so excited.
I've been using that track for the ending cards, because you never get to hear that song, and it gives me an excuse to hear the song whenever I'm editing.
I'm not just saying this because you're my co-host. That is one of the best series I've seen in a while. Like, Let's Play series I've seen in a while.
Oh, thank you.
Anyone who hasn't already watched Jacob's Maniac Mode playthrough, go ahead and watch it.
It's something,
Yo,
alright.
she has the Sonic Sword!
Sonic Sword!
She has
she's a
Miracle, Double B, but Sonic Sword.
Okay, so I think I might take the Sonic Sword over Evade Cotty.
Sonic Sword is pretty hype, not gonna lie. So this
Sonic
is the
Sword's
white
pretty
gem?
awesome. Woo, white gem! Yeah, Sonic Sword's kind of awesome. Although, I guess because Tanith got replaced, there's a chance we're not getting the one that usually comes on Tanith.
Well, Tanith got replaced by Mia, so, like, we probably
We
get it.
could. Oh, Mia will probably join with the Vacati.
Or the Rune Sword.
Yo, Rune Sword! Oh no, they're untransforming.
Actually, I didn't take a look. What are her stats like? These are pretty good fucking stats!
Pretty... Oh, that's right. You never get to see a 21 miss because you always Master Sealer at 10, so you never get to see miss with actual stats.
Yeah, I usually train Risk to 20, specifically because like his combat's not very good anyway, so I might as well take advantage of that very high magic growth so that he has longer physic and rescue range. And
You're
like you can
getting a point of
BXP
move
him
out
in
of
late game as
promoting
well, if you need to.
Mist, I guess you kind of want to promote just because the whole reason you're using her is the extra movement in Kanto.
Yeah, horse is good. It's
So you might as
funny
well
because
get it
her
first as
promotion
possible.
gives her D rank stabs, which like it is. I'm pretty sure it's not possible to have unless you just like BXP her to 10 and then Master Sealer.
Whoosh! Hey, he doesn't get double by the tigers.
Okay, roll.
I wonder if this Mist could solo the game. We should find out.
Someone should do a video about Mist and whether or not Mist can solo the game. I think that would be a pretty cool thing for someone to do.
It's one of the dumbest ways I've ever played this game.
So if we equip the Night Ward, we don't die. Okay, so we'll go like this. And this is how Kieran can still win. This is how Kieran can still win. We gotta get Largo's statue frag.
He's gonna get so beefy.
And we've got a silver blade over here, a coin, and a shine tome.
I think we got the coin, unless there's 2 coins.
There's 2 coins.
Oh, right.
The shine tome is funny because Riss is gonna join at the end of the fucking game.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because, like, who replaced him again? Was it Bastion?
That sounds correct. I cannot remember at this point.
No, I don't want to kill. I want to heal. I'm gonna have... Okay, I found Nephani's purpose. So I don't accidentally kill with Khalil.
Hey! We need to see what his hit rate with the gambling is! So we can gamble, so we can have his hit to still have 0 crit.
We could do that, actually, because, like... I kind of want... I want to kill this guy when he's transformed. To maximize gains. Gamble! Even cutting his thing in half, he has 73 hit. That's very funny.
Yeah, this thing's very accurate.
It's 150 hit!
Oh, no speed level.
Kieran, I would like speed. I have those speed wings I can give. She has 21 speed. This is
21
absurd.
speed.
This is absurd.
Such a good unit.
How
much strength does Kieran have?
Like 10. It's
I think that's
tragic.
just enough for Iron Axe.
To knock it way down?
Yeah.
He has 7!
Oh, I think
Boyd-looking motherfucker!
Yeah, Boyd! What if the real Boyd was the Kieran we trained all the way, however that meme goes?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Yo, this is who the Brave Sword's for, by the way.
Hype.
Like, that's why we reset for Stefan.
Rawr.
He was holding Mist's personal weapon.
Brave Sword and Mist, let's go.
I mean, I guess maybe Mia will have cracked stats. Who knows? Rolf got given celerity, so like we know that favoritism exists.
I will let you know from experience, a strength capped Mia with a silver sword fails to reach 1 rounding thresholds against promoted enemies in the late game.
You say that, but I'm gonna, like, despite the fact she's one of the worst units of the game, I'm gonna defend her a little bit from this slander. The same thing applies to Marcia, who is generally considered to be either best or second best unit in the game.
True.
It just turns out that the enemies are incredibly beefy, even on hard mode. And so a lot of units' strength caps just prevent them from reaching 1 rounding thresholds, which is unfortunate, but I also think not the biggest deal in the world. Because, like, they're not dying.
I mostly remember feeling it from whenever I soloed the game, and I remember feeling that very hard. Oh, he has a vulnerary.
That's just more experience for the Kieran.
Time for more Tippy XP.
More Kieran EXP. And he can't even crit himself out of it. This is how Kieran can still win.
Guys, I swear, Kieran's still the best cav in the game. Trust.
It's gonna be so funny when we bench him for Makalov.
Yeah. Especially if he keeps leveling like he has been.
He's so bad! Why is he leveling so bad? This is so tragic.
Vulnerary. We could have stolen that vulnerary and drinked it ourselves.
We could have. Thracia fans when you commit theft.
Jump, jump.
I mean, so here's the thing, right? Is like, we could have Kieran just like take a journey to Valentia right before he promotes, so he at least gains paladin bases, and then he comes back. And
Actually, I'm gonna be real. I think he's already above paladin bases.
Valentia paladin bases?
FE9 or FE15.
I thought like paladin bases were like good because that's what the Clive Copium says. It's like you got to promote him and then give him Speed Fountain to kill like 4 enemies in the entire game.
I mean, it would raise him to 12 strength, but
I mean that's 5 strength, and he's refusing to get strength.
But he's already above paladin speed and defense. Yeah,
I will take 5 strength. I will take 5 strength.
5 strength would be pretty high. Hey, and just like Void, that's extra AS.
This really is just the Void experience again.
This really is. He even has to practice axe just like Void in the prologue.
He stole it. He beat Void up and stole his axe, but accidentally also stole his shitty accuracy and shitty growth and shitty everything.
There's only room in this world for one boy.
I like how Moram's just patiently waiting while we beat up a singular Laguz.
Warren could fly over here and help him, or he can just sit there pleasantly on his throne. It's not even like it's a seize map or anything. He doesn't need to defend the point or anything. He could just come attack us.
He's scared of Rolf. He knows Rolf has the Laguz bow.
Oh god, not a Laguz bow.
Damage. Alright, Kieran. I desperately need you to get speed on this next level up. And also strength.
Hey, in Radiant Dawn he promotes the Gold Knight so we can get him Gold Knight bases.
Ooh, what are Gold Knight bases?
Right? I'm remembering the class tree, right?
Yeah, he gets Gold Knight. Silver Knight is Silver Knight is the Oscar one. It's lances and bows. And Gold Knight is Titania learned how to use swords.
Maybe 15. Let's see, what do Gold Knight bases look like? Because Gold Knight bases are kind of awesome. He would go up to 18 strength.
That's pretty hype. That's
He'd get
11
12
strength.
He'd get 12 speed, and he'd go up to 13 defense. He'd go up to 40 HP as well.
All right, Kieran. Please, I'm begging you.
Hey!
Strength and speed!
The +2 AS level! Let's go!
Yo, it is the Boyd experience.
Boyd would be so happy right now.
La Boyd experienza. Alright, and now we have to move everyone over to do it again.
Woo!
I chose the
That is
desert.
usually
That's right, I
true.
chose the desert map to train my cav.
Do, 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 do.
Move you. Let me go back here. I guess, like, instead of using Khalil, maybe it makes sense to use Alincia for that. Because she's only level
true.
7, and her promotion event is soon. Also, maybe I'll make a community poll. Do you think the promotion event will crash the game? I haven't tested.
The whole run just ends because Valencia crashes the game. That's why we get all the brave weapons right now.
I mean, that's the thing, is like, I will still upload this playthrough if that happens. I will still upload it, like, it'll just end after we kill Oliver, the true final boss.
Woo! I can't wait to make a remark about Oliver being dead.
Yeah, that was funny. I remember that.
I remember that.
Alright, Kieran, you gotta move you gotta move 2 tiles at a time, and you can't get rescued.
God, if only this was GBA. Woo!
I do like horses not being able to be rescued, though.
I do too.
think that's a good feature.
I like that a lot more.
Bells of Balin, which is a Thracia-inspired hack, does the same thing. Because it has dismounting, it makes it, like, somewhat interesting. Kind of like how you rescue people in Thracia. But it has, shoving. So you can have your calves dismount in order to shove or be shoved. Because you also can't shove horses.
Yeah. That's a pretty fun idea.
So I really like that play on it. Alright, Kieran.
Keep walking.
It's almost time.
Marum could have been smiting, or Gifka could have been smiting him.
Oh, I guess he could have, yeah.
Oops.
Look, this is not... I'm not playing optimally. Did I get the... I already got the statue frag.
We got it. Oh, Largo has to eat now.
Wait, why does Largo have to eat now?
He's gonna eat the statue frag.
Oh, yeah. But I think we have 3 of them. I'll give them all to him in the base at the same time.
I imagine that's what Largo would do. You would give it to him and he would like treat it like rock candy. And he would just kind of start chowing down on it.
Nom nom nom. Oh my god!
Wow.
Actual tragedy.
How much build does Largo already have? Or how much weight does he have?
Where is he? 17.
Oh, that
isn't
even
much.
Like... Wow, I kind of expected him to have like 20 something.
Yeah, I was
Largo.
gonna give him those as a meme, thinking that it wouldn't actually help him, but it's like, haha, what else do we do with this? But he might genuinely benefit from it. I mean, like, it's still just Colossus, which is bad. So, like, I think it makes more sense to sell them. I'm gonna look at our money situation. I might sell them. I've been buying some really stupid forges and plan to continue buying some really stupid forges. And I think stupid forges are often funnier than Colossus. It makes Colossus more hype when it procs.
Oh, how much weight does Gifka have now that he's untransformed? Because he had like 50-something transformed, right?
Oh, we can check. Yo! That point of speed!
He doesn't get doubled anymore. Woo!
37. Nobody is rescuing this motherfucker.
Goodness, that's so much.
Alright, we are going to have Alincia get some experience before the forced promotion.
God, now if only this was a fog map, That way we could use Torch on Khalil now.
I mean, that was legit my plan.
That'd be so hype. We could Torch spam
On the
in the
fog
desert.
map. That was, well, not
Hey.
in the desert, I mean on the previous map. But then I, like, provoked the boss like a dumbass. I
Hey.
turned my brain off because this is an easy game, and I was immediately punished for it.
There's a higher difficulty you could try playing instead.
I have, though! I've played that 3 times. It's so unfun. I genuinely don't know why I played it more than once. Like,
I'm trying to figure that
It's so
out.
unfun. Well, so I know why I played it the second time. The second time I played it, was because the first time I played it, I used the Forge glitch, which I would highly recommend to anyone who wants to, even if you don't want to play Maniac, like, play the Japanese version and use the Forge glitch. It's very funny.
Just in like hard mode or something. Just
Yeah.
try it out.
Putting Vantage on an Underflow Thunder person and just throwing them out in the middle of Clash is some of the most fun you can have in Fire Emblem. Like, it just is. But that was why I played it the second time, is I was like, I want to play without the Underflow glitch. And then the third time was like...
Maybe
I don't
this
even
time
know.
I'll like it.
Yeah, like, I think I've been coming to terms with the fact that, like, despite being my first Fire Emblem game, and one that I have a lot of nostalgia for, I kind of don't like Path of Radiance anymore. Like,
Sad.
I'll always appreciate it. And for most people, you're going to like a lot of the aspects of your first game in the series, because otherwise it wouldn't be your first game in the series, it would be your only game in the series, right?
Yeah. He also has a vulnerary.
Like, if you play a Fire Emblem game and you fucking hate it, I think we need to abuse this. I think we need to abuse this. I think we need to abuse this. I'm sorry. Like, but if you play a Fire Emblem game and you do not enjoy yourself, it's not impossible, but it's less likely that you seek out additional games in the series.
Yeah. So I totally get it.
But like, there's just so much about this game that is just so bad. Like, obviously, everyone points to the slow enemy phases, and that's because it is... I mean, people point to it... The thing, I feel like people like to dismiss popular criticism as like, oh, well, everyone says that, right?
It's a
But
criticism for a reason, though.
Oftentimes, everybody says it for a reason.
And the reason is, the enemy phases are pretty slow to watch.
But in addition
Or even player
to that,
phases.
like, I don't think a game being easy is a bad thing. But I think that the way in which Path of Radiance is easy is just kind of dull. It spams large numbers of enemies at you, large numbers of relatively weak enemies at you, which is a tactic that, Birthright and Fire Emblem 7 also employ. And I don't like it in either of those games either.
No.
But at least
Quality over
those games,
quantity.
like, do some interesting stuff with it. In Birthright, like, as much as ooh!
Hey, Silver Blade!
As much as I dislike Birthright, it does, at the very least, encourage you to, like, build units and come up with cool builds and stuff, right?
Funny unit customization.
And it also has the benefit of, like, Fate's mechanics being awesome. And, like, Fire Emblem 7, I fucking hate that game. And my problems are not just the enemy design. Like, the enemy design is one of the problems, but I do have other problems as well. But at the very least, it tries to do something different with its unit composition. Now, I think that it's ultimately a bad and unfun... Like, I don't like the way its units are designed, where, like, just the pre-promotes are just kind of your best units, and it makes training projects just not feel fun and rewarding.
No, yeah, I never think pre-promotes should be among your strongest units. Pre-promotes should be like pretty good filler for like your mid game.
Like, it makes the early game feel unfun because not only are the units like
If you move them one tile
actually
left,
kind of
you can
dog
use-
shit.
yeah.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just saying, if you move Kieran one tile left, the tiger can reach him when he transforms.
Yeah, that's the
Since the enemy phrase didn't, since the enemy range didn't reflect properly anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But like, it not only is unfun to use like Dorcas, Bartray, and Rebecca because they're just kind of shit at their job, but also knowing in the back of your head that like, I'll just
none of
get
this
a better
matters.
none of this matters. I'll just get a better unit. Like, oh shit, I've been training Urk. Pent showed up. Oh shit, I've been training Dorcas. Too bad Hawkeye showed up.
I've been training literally anyone. Harkins showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like the pre-promotes just being the best units when they show up. It doesn't help that because the enemies are so weak and so low level, you also just don't get EXP for killing stuff.
Yeah, I
You
call
never
it growth unit problems, where like they're outclassed by pre-promotes and they grow incredibly slowly.
So you never get those really cool and nice +1s or whatever because you never get level ups.
At least, but like the point I was gonna make is at the very least, like in FE7, your best units are not just this unit has the best class. Like, I think there was a time when the sort of outdated mentality for like, here's what the FE7 tier list is like, put all the Cavs and Paladins in the top tier, put all the infantry in like the bottom tier, the pre-promotes above the other ones, right?
God, I remember the old tier list where the A tier was like Priscilla, Lowen, Sane, and Kent in that order.
I do still think Priscilla is like an extremely high
Priscilla's still
tier
up
unit.
there, but just for perspective, that they had Kent and Sane right next to Priscilla in A tier.
And then like Lowen is the lowest because his growths are worst or whatever. Which like in lane mode, obviously he's worse than them. But I do think it's interesting that FE7 like gives you an armor knight that is legitimately competing with the early game Cavalier for a Knight Crest.
If people ask me who to promote first, I usually suggest Oswin in a first playthrough, or especially if you didn't train Kent and Sane. Like, I think Oswin's a really good Night Crest candidate.
Well, and one of the upsides too is like, because the best units in the game are pre-promotes, but aside from Marcus and Isadora, who's like not very good, those pre-promotes are grounded. Promoting Lowen gives you an actual paladin who you probably don't have any other paladin, but promoting Oswin gives you a better combat unit, and you're probably moving the rest of your army's moving infantry pace. So you're choosing between like, do I need a paladin who can go ahead of everyone else, or do I just need better combat and move everyone as a unit, which is like actually an interesting choice. Meanwhile, in Path of Radiance, while the growth units are, like, better and I think more fun as a result of that, both in terms of they have better starts and better long-term potential, it does lead to, like, I do legitimately think Path of Radiance is the only game in the series where you can look at a unit's class and join chapter and no other information, and you can probably make a reasonably accurate tier list. There are a couple of exceptions. Like Stefan, I think is... You could probably put him higher or lower if you only knew his class and join chapter. Yeah. Than he, like, quote-unquote, deserves.
Stefan's such a weird case.
And then, like, I know a lot of people are down on Makalov, but, like, his averages are the same as the others.
He's still going to be a Steel Axe Paladin in the late game.
Yeah, which is why I say, like, you just look at the class and join time and be like, okay, he's lower than the other Paladins. And I do legit just mean class. Like, you don't even need to know that Astrid's a lower level and has Paragon.
Woo.
Like, if you just know that she's a Paladin that joins in the mid-game, that's basically all you need in order to, like, accurately rank her. And I think that makes for, like, really boring unit design.
They kind of start to feel homogenous at that point. Like, you're not using a unit, you're using their class for the most part.
Yeah.
I remember back whenever I was...
Even in Sacred Stones, like, units are interesting. Like, one of the things that GBA did is, like, Myrmidon is a terrible class, but the early game Myrmidon usually joins with pretty good combat. Like, Rutger is obviously the standout, but Guy's combat is actually quite good for, like, 3 or 4 chapters. And those 3 or 4 chapters, you have no one else good in! Like, you've got Hector and Marcus, or not Hector, you got Osrin and Marcus, and that's it.
Who else are you using? Barter? Rebecca?
I would say, like, until Raven or a Lin mode trained Christmas Cavalier shows up, like, Guy's gonna be your 3rd best combat unit. I like his combat better than Hector's.
Yeah, Killing Edge Guy is gonna be much better than Hector a lot of the time.
And then Joshua's combat, like, keeps up for a surprising amount of time. Just on his averages.
Oh, speaking of averages now, doesn't Kieran join at level 12 on average? Or in a vanilla playthrough?
Yeah, how does he look?
Okay, let's see what we're looking at, actually.
I know that he's Titanium minus the Paladin promo bonuses.
Effectively.
And also no res, because res is, like, a female stat for some reason.
Res is stored in the estrogen.
True. Did we get the boots?
I don't remember.
I don't think we did. I might as well. I should check just in case.
It was like 30 minutes ago. I don't remember.
This. I'm tempted to split this into 2 videos, but I might just make it like an hour and a half. An hour and a half of just the desert podcast.
Oh,
I've been experimenting with making my Let's Play videos longer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I do kind of hate that, like... So I'm small enough that, like, I can't justify making a channel just for Let's Plays. Like, that feels like a vanity thing. But it does also definitely press down my, like, non-Let's Play combat or content. Because the Let's Plays get so much less views than other things.
You also... Let's Plays would take forever if... Because how many videos per week are Let's Play episodes?
2 for the main one, 1 for the secondary.
Okay, so, you know, if you end up taking 3 videos on a desert map or something, that's a whole week of a series upload, potentially just taken up with 1 chapter.
Me when I'm playing Fire Emblem 4.
Real. Oh, what does Kieran look like? Real quick, I have his bases pulled up.
9, 3, 11, 12, 7, 11, 5. That's bad.
He is behind 2 on strength. Everything else looks like pretty fine for the most part. I think his HP was a little low. His defense looks like it's right on par. His speed's right on par. But yeah, his strength is 2 behind.
We need to keep those statue frags so we can sell them for energy drops in the secret shop.
True.
I'm sorry, Largo. Kieran has demanded tribute.
Wow. Alright,
maybe I should have fed all these kills to Rolf instead. He would have leveled better.
True.
I mean, I'm gonna have Rolf get the boss kill.
He deserves it.
I mean, how much does he do with the Laguz bow? Oh.
Shove.
There we go.
Shoving is so cool.
Shove strategies. Turn Nintendo 64. What?
What? He's considered a tiger lagoon.
He's a beast. What the fuck?
His class title in the top left is Tiger.
We do need to use the Laguzbo.
He's a flying tiger.
Path of Radiance is so fucking washed.
This is incredible. He's not flying anymore. He's a tiger now.
Path of Radiance is so bad.
I mean, I know the GameCube hacking for like Path of Radiance is a nightmare for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you have to handle the poor ROM like it's made of glass, or else you're gonna break something important.
Bonk.
I really want to learn how to do some... I always tell myself I want to learn how to do stuff like DS Emblem modding, and then I look at what you're supposed to do for it, and I go, never mind.
Nightmare's kind of a pain in the butt. I've done some Nightmare modding. I've done some
very happy
Goldfly
for...
modding.
Oh, we did not get the boots.
Well, we did now.
I'm always happy for Effie Builder for how easy it makes GBA modding.
Yeah. It just lets you do so many cool things. And obviously, like, there's stuff you can do with other programs that you can't do with Builder, but Builder is just so user-friendly.
It really is. It takes a little bit to learn initially, but it's so user-friendly. Like, even... I tried to give myself, Felicia, even if you pick female Corin, in the one run that I did, and...
Oh, with Paragon?
Yeah, and it was like learning another language, trying to use Paragon in some instances, and I accidentally gave myself 2 Jacobs in the process.
Whoopsies!
Like, I got Felicia, and then 2 Jacobs joined in the late game, and I have no idea what I did to cause that.
I've done some Paragon editing, some very light Paragon editing of both Fates and Awakening. Awakening is definitely easier than Fates, at least in my opinion.
Interesting. Oh, I did do a little bit of Echoes because I wanted to cap out all the kids' stats and gave them all like super high rank weapons.
Oh, in the prologue?
Yeah, so you had stuff like Gray with his Zweihander going 1v1 with the enemy calves, and it was really funny.
You can do this, Rolf. You can do this. He's still a flying tiger. I'm concerned. The closer we get to the Alencia promotion, the more concerned I am the game is just not going to be able to handle it.
I wonder if she just won't promote at all, because she's already in her Princess Crimea class.
I don't know, I'm worried. If you want to find out, we're like 5 videos from figuring it out, so subscribe.
What if she promotes into Ike's Lord class?
That would be very funny.
Just loses staff access.
That would be very funny. We'll find out, I guess.